Gentlemen, it's me, Jim Kincaid, and I have the GBD-H2000. We're going to take a look at the Nightly Recharge, which is Casio's sleep tracking program, and it is actually designed by Polar, which has a lot of expertise in the area of fitness and rest with heart rate monitors. So from the home screen, we press forward or reverse to scroll through the widgets. I learned that's what all these are called, widgets, to get to Nightly Recharge, and we press enter. And it says, good. My sleep has been good. Let me get my pointer pen, the Zebra X701. I got the X701 now. The F701. I think Denise might have it. But anyways, this is the first screen on the Nightly Recharge on the watch. And this is your overall Nightly Recharge score, or status, which says good. Now, previously it said poor and very poor, leading me to believe that this was a financial status indicator. No, it is sleep status and it says good, all right? And so there's two components of your sleep recharge status, your ANS charge and your sleep charge. And so ANS is a score that is, I think it's plus or negative 10. Okay, so this is plus 10 because my ANS is getting boosted up way up high. And the reason, I'll get into that, it's pretty complicated. But I work in the oil field. I drive trucks and operate oil field equipment. And there's nothing normal about my sleep schedule. It is all over the place. I use a lot of split sleeper berth time in the big rig. So I sleep when I can get it. And I'm working at odd hours, so I'm up and about. And the big problem with the sleep charge system, the Nightly Recharge, whatever it's called, is that you have to set when your nighttime is, and then it checks that nighttime for your sleep status within that time period. And for me, it's always different. So I've had a lot of problems with the whole sleep charge system. I don't know if it's common for across the board with the Apple Watch and Fitbits and the Android, etc., to not self-detect when you're sleeping. But anyways, that's what's going on with me. So now it says good because I've been on the night shift, so I switched my nighttime to be actually during the day. So it picked up that time, and see that up arrow, that means the ANC charge is going up. And the arrow pointing to the right means the sleep charge is normal, okay? And these are the two components of your overall status, okay? So the sleep charge, your sleep status, I think it's the same plus or minus 10. No, it's 100 points. So I'm 67. It's 100 points. So if this, oops, it went away. Well, I guess I'll show you how to get back to it again. I'm going to press forward till we get to Nightly Recharge and press enter. Okay, so that's the first screen, ANC charge and sleep charge. And there's some other screens that display that information by pressing forward or reverse. You can scroll through them. So this is the ANC charge. It's plus 10, much above usual. So ANC is for the automatic nerve status, so your nervous system. And from what I understand, the sensors in here will detect your movement. And so at the onset of your sleep period, are you still? And if you're still, then it's crediting that in a positive way for your automatic nerve status. This is how I understand it, okay? So I could be wrong. If you want to correct me, feel free to leave comments below. And, if you're watching the video, make sure you check the comments to see what people have, been like, well, actually, and then fill you in. But anyways, that's the ANS charge. From what I understand, it's based on your movement. So if you're not moving that much at the beginning of your sleep period, then it gives you a positive score, okay? And you can go in the app and see when your interruptions existed on a timeline. And we'll get into that in a minute. But anyways, the next screen is just your sleep charge, okay? And for me, it's 67 usual. And both of these screens, there's a pie chart along the perimeter, and it will fill in, like none of this, well, here it is. So it's very poor, poor, usual, very good, good, and very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See those segments to the pie graph? I'm right here in usual, 67, all right? And there's only 3 screens. And it's the same thing. Here you have 4 segments to the perimeter, and it's not in discrete chunks. It's a gradual filling in. I don't know if you can see that right here, the good, it's dark or bold, right? So it's we're in the good. So I think it's probably, I don't know, very bad, bad, good. I'm not sure. Oh no, here it is. Very good, good, where I'm at. And then it would be like okay, compromised, poor, and then very poor. So the statuses you could get, and this is right from the instructions, all right, and what they mean. So if you have if it says very good, then your sleep is very good. If it says good, your sleep is good. If it says okay, your sleep is okay. It says, well, you get the point. But someone actually printed out that chart in the directions. Interesting, but it's crediting me as good. Okay, so this is the information on the watch. Now, as a lot of you know, like I bought this watch right away in March, but I never connected it to Bluetooth to see what you could do with the watch. You know, I'm very curious because I don't like Bluetooth, okay? And I wanted to see what you could do with it. And the sleep charge did work if through the settings I went to, let me get to the settings and show you. But what you have to do is you have to let it know when your nighttime is, and what are you going to say? I'm unprepared, as you love saying in the comments. I'm unprepared. You say I'm unprepared, but we're learning as we're going. Here it is, nighttime. So see how I have it set for 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so if you actually went into the settings and set when your nighttime was, and you never connected this to Bluetooth, I believe that the watch will still show you your sleep status, but it needs you to sleep in that time period for at least 2 days. And I didn't do that. So most of the time that I went to nightly recharge, it would say no data. Just one screen, it would say no data in square brackets. Because as I explained, you know, I don't have a regular sleep schedule. And a few weeks ago, I hooked it up to Bluetooth, and then Prince 2357. I don't remember the exact digits in his username, but Prince, we'll just call him Prince. Prince was asking me about the sleep charge, and so I gave him a little quick rundown. And of course, he was demanding more info. So here's some more info for Prince and anybody else who's interested, because he wanted to know about the REM sleep. You know, whether it gives you readouts for all that, and it does. But in the app, and we'll look in the app, because as you can see from the main screen, it's now Bluetooth connected, which is probably why I feel like I have a headache and slightly nauseous. Like those radio waves will do that to me. But anyways, let's take a look at the app. And so when you go to the Casio Watches app, the first thing that pops up is a lot of advertisements. I'll make a review of the app, but it's trying to get you to buy these watches, and I look at them like, stop trying to get me to buy these watches. And then I spend a lot of time looking at the watches that I kind of want to buy. Anyways, on the icons on the bottom, you go to My Watch, and you have to make sure that you're all synced up. So it's checking the LifeLog details acquisition so that the app is syncing with the watch in order to acquire the information. Now, to see the details pertaining to your sleep status, on the bottom you go to the right-handed icon, My Page, and It says James Kincaid. Jim is a nickname for James. A lot of people don't know that, so my name's James. So this is the life log for today thus far. It says I've burned 95% of the calories it wants me to burn. What it doesn't know is 2,243 calories. That's like my lunch. I just ate lunch too. It was breakfast. I just woke up, as you'll see. And I had to walk over to McAllister's, so I guess it took 1,561 steps. Anyways, this is today's nightly recharge, which was during the day. And again, this is the same information that we just saw on the watch. But when we press on this, it will bring us over to some more detailed information. And so the overall sleep status is the same thing. We have two pie charts along the perimeter. And these segments indicate that my charge is good and that, or the ANS charge is above usual and the arrow is pointing up, and my sleep charge is usual, okay? So from what I understand, ANS charge is based on the movement while you're sleeping, and the sleep charge is based on your heart rate, okay? And so it gives me some advice that I'm ready for action today. Well, that's good. I'm working with Armando. He should know that. He probably put me to work swinging a hammer today. Even if I don't need to, and I don't think we even need to. I think we have all the equipment rigged up, but I'm going to get there and be like, hey, my watch tells me I'm ready for action today, and he's going to hand me a hammer. He's going to say, get swinging. And I'll be like, at what? And he's like, just anything, just go. And I'm going to go to town hammering on stuff that I don't even need to, just because I'm feeling up. Actually, I'm joking around, but the truth is that my sleep gauge, since I don't have like a regular sleep time, is chess, okay? I play LI chess, and my ELO score goes up when I've got a lot of sleep. When I'm tired, I make stupid mistakes, and my ELO score in chess goes down. Don't tell that to Turd Ferguson, a commenter who's like really harping on me playing too much chess. But anyways, this is the detailed information. This is a timeline of the sleep, okay? And so the deep purple along the bottom, this looks like a logbook. I don't know how many of you drive big rigs, but this looks like a logbook, which is funny. We're talking about sleep, looking at something that looks like a trucker's logbook. But the deep sleep is, I'm sorry, this ZV 100, whatever this, the Sony ZV 1F, that's what the camera I'm using, and I've been having a horrible experience with it. I really want to get back to my house where my actual camera is, and my actual camera is a camcorder, and these point and shoot and DSLRs are really dumb. Expect rant videos about that subject. But anyways, okay, so 14% of my sleep time was spent in deep sleep, okay? And I'm looking at the bottom. Do you guys see me pointing? I'm going from the bottom up because that's just how I think of this chart. So deep sleep was only 45 minutes. Light sleep was 3 hours. REM sleep, which is when your eyes are darting around while you're sleeping, which from what I remember is when you're dreaming. I spent 1 hour and 19 minutes dreaming. Probably dreaming of Denise wanting to go home, spend time with my wife, my dogs, and my camcorder. That's probably what my dreams are. I don't remember, though. Interruptions. I had 14 interruptions, but you see that at the onset of my sleeping, there was no interruptions, which are yellow. And so that's what gave me a good ANS charge score, is that it wants to see the beginning of your sleep being good. And this is all from Polar Technology, all their research, okay? So I went to sleep at 8:30 a.m., and I woke up at 1:49 p.m. And all these interruptions are because they're doing renovations to this hotel that I'm in right now. All right, so this is the kind of information that you can see on the app, and I think that it's really interesting. I think that some of you viewers are way more interested in it than I am. Like I said, with my lifestyle, it's very difficult to get reliable sleep patterns, okay? Because, you know, like we have logbooks in when you drive trucks, and it's the same thing. Like you're off duty, or you're on duty, or you're driving, or you're in the sleeper berth. And I'm sorry I did that wrong. Off duty, sleeper berth, driving, on duty. All right, in the oil field, we have line 5, which is one line down. They don't have it in regular logbooks. It's if you're off duty on a well site, you're waiting on standby. And so in the oil field, there's exceptions to a lot of the truck driving rules. And so, like, as a regular truck driver, you can only break your sleeper berth time like into, I think it's 7 hours and 3 hours now. It used to be 8 hours and 2 hours, you know, for your sleep segments. But the oil field allows more if you're working on a well site with oil field equipment. And so I have to use that a lot, you know, where I'll be on an oil well and, you know, sleeping in segments, catching up on sleep. Let's go through some other days. So this is the 10th. And so, okay, the other way. We have to press this button to see the 9th. And this is my activities during the day. And nightly recharge is no information because I was actually working my shift at night, but my watch was still set to have my nighttime at night. And so there was no data for sleeping because that's when I was working. But for some reason when I was sleeping, well, I would have been sleeping, I guess, from 8 to 3, which is where you see no steps. There's no steps during that time. That's when I was actually sleeping. And but this watch and the program did not register that. Okay, so that to me is kind of a flaw in this whole system. But I'm not sure if it's par for the course with your Apple Watch, your Garmin's, your Fitbits, your Amazfits, and your Androids. I'm not aware if any of these appies will automatically detect when you're sleeping, like if you take a nap or whatever. Okay, so very poor. That has been my status for the whole week, really, because of reasons I explained. Please don't make me explain these reasons again. I hope you guys understand. So let me just take a look at it. Yeah, it's really bad. It's saying that my sleep's horrible, and I did sleep on the 7th. What happened was, this was like a sleeper. This was at night. This was at the man camp. Okay, so I did get to sleep at 11:30 p.m. Okay, but I had to wake up at 4:30 a.m. because we had to leave to go somewhere. And when we got there, that's when I slept. I went into sleeper berth time. So truckers, you can have your sleep broken up into 2 segments, right? And so that's what I did. And this was at home. So this was a shorter segment. And then when I got to the location, we were on standby for so long that I had a longer segment. And after which, I didn't even drive because it was a one-way trip with the equipment. The equipment's still here. We're on a long job. All right, so let's go. So that was the 7th. And again, compromised. This is the 6th. You look at the sleep. I went to sleep at 10:30 p.m., woke up at 4:30. So similar thing, all right? And you can look at the graph. Like I said, I was getting more sleep that it didn't know about. But I mean, I don't know if their algorithms can take into account sleep segments or naps. Let me find a good day of sleep. And this is what's weird. Okay, so we're going back to November 1st. When did I sleep then? This is very poor. How does this say very poor? Like, I went to sleep at midnight and I woke up at 8:30. So that's 7 hours and 45 minutes of sleep. You'd think with all this time sleeping it would be good, but for some reason it's giving me down arrows. Okay? Maybe it's because of these interruptions when I first went to sleep. And then it has like getting up in the middle of the night. I think that this was the night. Was this the night I ate too much Halloween candy? I don't know. But anyways, I hope that's a good enough of a rundown for you gentlemen, and that don't make your decision whether or not to buy this watch based just on this video with a sleep tracking, because this is all, I'm not a guru on all this. This is just based on my own experience thus far. Okay, so there might be some gaps in my understanding. But this is, I'm just telling you plainly, I'm just testifying. This is like pretty much what I've gotten out of this watch. And for me personally, sleeping is nothing more than like a you know, a curiosity, a novelty. But if you're someone who's very interested in the sleep tracking, which is called nightly recharge, this is what it looks like with the app and with the phone or the watch. Now, can you get more out of it? Well, I saw that you can relay the information now from this heart rate monitor to the Apple Fit or to Strava. So if you're a Strava subscriber, I don't know if Strava does sleep tracking, but you can share the information from this watch to that. And the same thing with your Apple the Fit. I'm not sure about the Android. So you might be able to get a different analysis of your sleep information from those other apps. And I'll look into that some more and share that information with you guys in an upcoming video. But there's one other thing that I want to talk about. I probably should have mentioned it at the very onset, and it has to do with the comfort level while wearing this watch. I think that this watch is amazingly comfortable, and that's the reason why I love it so much. I'm not impressed at all with the software, and there's a lot of problems I have with the software. But this, even though it looks huge, and it is really big, it's thick. Like, it's thicker than the Mudman, right? But the thing is, it's very light. See, it's all like plastic. And most watch people, watch aficionados, that, you know, they hate seeing all the plastic, right? But it's very light and it's very soft. It's very comfortable. This is a watch that you can wear to bed. I can wear this watch 24 hours a day, no problem. You know, it has good sweat management too. So obviously you have to take it off now and then to, like, you know, clean off your wrist and wipe down the sweat and gunk or whatever. But other than that, it's very comfortable. And compare that to, where is it? This is the GBD-H2000, which has similar sleep tracking, at least with a heart rate monitor. And so, you know, let me take it out of power save mode and show you. All right, so we have to scroll. We can only scroll one way in this too, so I want to make sure I don't miss it. But you go to, where is it? Maybe it doesn't have sleep tracking. Did I miss it? Oh, there we go, nightly recharge. Okay. No data, of course, because I haven't worn it. But this one does have the sleep tracking. I get fatigued wearing this watch, okay? So, you know, I wear my watch into the shower, and I wash it, and I take it off for the rest of the shower, and then after the shower, I dry it off and put it back on, right? This watch I don't want to put back on. You know, at the end of the day, I'm tired of wearing the watch. I feel it on my wrist, and wearing it to bed at night, I'm like, oh, I don't want to wear this to bed tonight. The GBD-H2000, I have to feel my wrist to make sure I even have the watch on. That's how light and comfortable it is. So if you're between these two watches and sleep tracking is very important to you, okay, even though it's bigger, this watch is more comfortable and lighter and better for wearing to bed at night for sleep tracking. That's my verdict, okay? And so if you guys want any more information, just drop in the comments. I'll try and find out what you need to know. And I'm Jim Kincaid. Thanks for watching.